For more than 30 years, Paul Anka appeared to the world as the flawless embodiment of success, charm, and timeless musical brilliance, but behind the spotlight, a hidden life quietly unfolded. One that almost no one ever suspected until now. Known as a legendary singer, songwriter, and performer, Anka built an extraordinary career that spanned generations, creating iconic songs and collaborating with some of the greatest names in music. To fans, he was the polished star who seemed to have everything: fame, wealth, admiration, and an enduring legacy in the entertainment industry. Yet beneath the surface of red carpets and sold-out concerts, there existed a far more complex reality, shaped by secrets, private struggles, and personal choices that he carefully kept away from the public eye. Those closest to him later revealed that Anka had mastered the art of separation, maintaining one identity for the world and another for his inner circle, carefully controlling what people saw and what they never would. On stage, he was confident and charismatic, but off-stage, he navigated emotional battles, hidden ambitions, and relationships that rarely aligned with the image he projected. The pressure of sustaining fame for decades forced him to construct a protective shell, where vulnerability was replaced by discipline and secrecy, and authenticity was often sacrificed for survival in an unforgiving industry. Over time, this double life became not just a strategy but a necessity, as the expectations of fans, media, and business partners left little room for imperfection. Behind closed doors, Anka was said to be far more introspective and conflicted than his public persona suggested, wrestling with questions of identity, loyalty, and the cost of success. The revelation of this hidden side did not emerge suddenly. It came gradually, through whispered stories, overlooked details, and reflections from those who had witnessed moments that contradicted the legend. What shocked many was not that a superstar had secrets, but the sheer scale and duration of the life he had managed to conceal. 3 decades of carefully balanced contradictions between who he was and who he was expected to be. His private world included relationships that challenged public narratives, creative frustrations that never reached the media, and personal sacrifices that were invisible to the fans who adored him. In the ruthless world of show business, where image often outweighs truth, Anka's double life revealed how even the most celebrated figures can feel trapped by their own success, forced to perform not only on stage but in every aspect of their existence. When the truth finally began to surface, it did not destroy his legacy, but it transformed it, adding layers of complexity to a man once seen as effortlessly perfect. Instead of diminishing him, the revelation humanized him, exposing the emotional price of long-term fame and the loneliness that often accompanies it. Paul Anka's story ultimately reflects a broader reality about celebrity culture. The public rarely sees the full picture, and the brightest stars often cast the darkest shadows behind them. His double life was not simply about deception, it was about survival in a world that demands perfection while offering little compassion for vulnerability. And now, as the hidden chapters of his life come into focus, they serve as a reminder that behind every legendary career lies a private journey filled with contradictions, sacrifices, and truths that only emerge when the spotlight begins to fade.